All that is known is of the nature of the knowing. All knowing is of the nature of the knower. The nature of the knower is indivisible consciousness. That consciousness is indeed you, your own true nature. Meditate upon the consciousness by absorbing your identity in that. All is pervaded by existence. All is nothing but existence. Existence, formless and bodiless, is the true nature of the self. Meditate upon the self as your identity. Such absorption of your identity is self-knowledge. What is the nature of your existence? What is the nature of consciousness? Such introspective discernment is meditation. Inquire within yourself deeply, who am I? All right.
There was just one thing I wanted to check with you. I've been finding it powerful to go back to origin of instruction and the essence of inquiry, your commentary, because the early records really had a vigor to them from the Maharshi's first instructions. And he was going through, I thought, an echo of his uncle's house experience of losing the body, but I realized maybe not. Maybe he was actually saying that any practitioner could do well to practice a careful corpse pose from Hatha Yoga, eliminate all perception, bit by bit, and then all conception, and then notice the quiet light of consciousness to be the only reality and the self. Not just an echo of his uncle's house experience, but actually a possible prelim that could be very thorough.
Preliminary to what? Preliminary to what?
Oh, it sounded like he was saying, eliminate that way all perception and the confidence that there's anything perceivable, all conception, and again the existence of a mind, and then wait for the light of consciousness to effortlessly shine. It seemed very, very beautiful. I had just not caught it years ago when I first went through those books.
The clarity of knowledge regarding the nature of the self is the point of that story. That can be done, that inquiry can be done without any preliminary. For the immortal self already exists. Self-knowledge eliminates any misidentification and thus reveals that existence. His spiritual instruction was about inquiry to know the self. He did not say anything regarding becoming like a corpse. He did not recommend that to anyone. But self-inquiry was recommended. Why do you think that is?
It must be absolute truth.
As always, thank you for your instructions. When I follow your words from the known to the knowing to the knower, and then consciousness, what comes, I don't want to say it's next, like it's separate from consciousness, but when I come to existence, that's where it really feels like that's the root of I. That's where I really feel when I try to get at what is it that is I, that's it. And so to follow your instructions to identify as existence, I ask myself, why do I ever think otherwise? And so I actually try to experiment. Can I make my identity something else other than existence? So like, can I find that experience of existing in any kind of thought? No. Can I find it in any body sensation? No, they're all inert and transitory. So then it's like, okay, have I got this idea that there's something that separates and becomes something different? Do I actually do that? I can't find myself how I can do that. How can I lose track of the basic experience of existence? And when I ask that question, who am I? I can't find anything other than I just exist, and that's what I know. But that's not my continuous experience for sure. Somehow I think I'm going elsewhere.
Existence is continuous, that is certain.
Yes.
Existence exists, that is certain. Only misidentification makes it appear that you could be anything but existence. Existence is bodiless and transcendent of thought. Only misidentification, that illusion, makes it seem otherwise. Who is it that goes elsewhere? Who is it that says, I experience? The individuality itself should be questioned.
So, how does one question that ignorance or that notion of individuality in such a way that it dissolves that habit of misidentification?
By persistent inquiry, by depth of knowledge. By egolessness.
Thank you for the reminder that when I actually inquire, it works. And all those other questions really come from a lack of inquiry.
For self-knowledge, you must inquire.
Got it. Thank you. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.